What's up everybody, Kinetic here and welcome back to The Division. Today's video we're going to continue with the min-max gear guide and talking about Kneepads this time. Now, as I've said in previous videos, these ideas are originally designed around high-end pieces and the talents that can roll on high-end pieces of gear, but these same ideas can also be applied to gear set pieces. The only difference is that gear set pieces don't have individual talents. That's the only thing, but as far as things like major attributes, those are definitely going to apply to gear set pieces as well. Let's get started. So starting things off, as usual, we're going to talk about talents. Now for the Kneepads, this is actually, in a kind of depressing way, the simplest of talents that we have to worry about for any of our gear set pieces, because honestly, none of the talents that can roll for your Kneepads are really worth chasing. Unlike, for example, a chest piece or a mask or something like that, that have really good talents that we want to maybe keep re-rolling to find, you don't have to worry about that for Kneepads. If anything, you just want to make sure that you're getting your major attributes correct on the Kneepads, and pretty much whatever you get for your primary talent is just whatever you should accept, in my opinion. We'll get to talking about major attributes in a second, but let's take a look at the 3 talents that can roll for Kneepads. We've got Accomplished, Prosperous, and Perceptive, and like I said, any of these are really kind of acceptable because they're all kind of just meh. You've got Accomplished, that can help you, I suppose, rank up a little bit faster, ranks 1 through 50 with the XP gain there. Prosperous, you get extra credits for headshots, which might be cool if you're really good at headshots with maybe a high rate of fire weapons or something like that. And Perceptive is just basically a flat 25% bonus to gold find and item find. So once again, really take just whatever that you're given here. None of these are really all that important. Let's take a look at the major attributes, which are really worth re-rolling for. Now, out of the list here for major attributes, there are 2 that we are definitely going to want to focus on, whether you are PvP or a PvE player. The first one is definitely going to be critical hit damage. This is pretty much a must-have major attribute for your Kneepads. There are not that many pieces that can roll critical hit damage, and getting up to an additional 18% critical hit damage is a really nice bonus. Also, gear mod slots. This is something that's been a major point so far in every min-max gear guide. This is going to be the second thing that you're definitely going to want to make sure that you get for a major attribute on your Kneepads. So let's say you're sitting at the crafting table and you want to start cranking out some high-end Kneepads, or maybe even a gear set piece of Kneepads. What you're really going to be looking for in both cases, again, because the talents are useless on the high ends, you're going to want to look and see if you've rolled either critical hit damage or you've rolled a gear mod slot for the Kneepads. If you've got either one of those or both of those, then you're pretty much already winning. Alright, so next up, let's take a look at the minor attributes. A lot of these are familiar because, well, they're the same minor attributes, more or less, that come on any other piece of gear. We've got enemy armor damage, which is great for PvE. We got lots of resistances here. We've got scavenging. We've got bonus XP on kill. The minor attribute that I would hope for more than anything is the burn resistance. Both in a PvE perspective and a PvP perspective, burn resistance probably is king. I would also say, and some people scoff at this, that bonus XP on kill is also a very worthwhile minor attribute to hope for as well, especially if you are under rank 50 in the Dark Zone. If you're past that, then bonus XP on kill, it does pretty much lose its luster completely at that point. But if you're still ranking up in the Dark Zone, then definitely bonus XP on kill is a minor attribute you would want to have. But as usual, the minor attributes are a far distant priority compared to the importance of the major attributes, so make sure that you've got your major attributes correct before you even consider whether you want to reroll for a minor attribute or not. And finally, at the end, we have skill attributes, and once again, this is going to be entirely up to you and whatever your build is, whatever kind of skills that you like to use. But just like minor attributes, this is not something that you need to focus on. You want to make sure that you got your critical hit damage and your gear mod slot, however you get it. Whether it rolls both of those and you're really lucky and RNGesus is blessing you, or whether you have to recalibrate to get both of those major attributes, that is your priority. If you do happen to be blessed by RNGesus with both of those when you make make your knee pads, well then of course it's a perfectly open option to maybe recalibrate for your minor attribute. Maybe you really want enemy armor damage, or maybe you really want a certain skill attribute, then you can recalibrate that for sure in that case. I apologize to frequent viewers here on my channel and my videos. You guys are probably starting to think that I'm sounding like a broken record, but I always have to assume, especially for informational videos like this, that the people that are watching this are watching it for the very first time, have never seen any of my gear guides before, and so I want to make sure that they understand these concepts as they're watching these individual videos. And that's going to wrap it up for this min-max gear guide to knee pads here in the Division. I know it was a short and simple video because, well, knee pads are actually one of the simpler pieces to craft here in the Division. You really don't have to worry about your talents, especially, of course, if it's a gear set piece, then talents don't even matter. But I definitely, of course, want to emphasize what major attributes are definitely the ones that we want to focus on. I wish you luck in your crafting endeavors. May RNGesus bless you. Let me know what your thoughts are about knee pads here in the Division down in the comment section below. Click the like button to support these videos here on my channel, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next video. Thanks again for watching. My name is Kinetic, and I'll see you next time.